everyone, this is Amanda from InShape. Today I'm going to do some exercises that you can do sitting down. So if you prefer to do seated exercises, this one might be for you. We're going to do a variety of exercises that will work from our lower body all the way up to upper body. I'm not going to do weights. I'm not going to use weights, but the upper body exercises you certainly can use weights, anywhere from like 1 to 5 pounds, whatever you feel comfortable with. And let's begin. We're going to start with our jumping jacks, or half jacks rather. They're a modified jumping jack that you're going to be able to do sitting down. So we'll start with those. Both hands are coming up and you're alternating legs. So you're getting a good stretch in your legs. And if you speed it up a little bit, you're going to get your heart rate up. I'm not doing a warm up or a cool down. This is just going to be the seated exercises. But if you are doing this exercise at home, you might want to start doing a little warm up. And there's a video for a warm up and cool down exercises on this YouTube channel also. So we're going to try to do each exercise for maybe about a minute. And then you can rest in between and pause the video. If you want to take a drink or a little break, pick up where you left off. You don't have to keep pace with me. You can go a little bit slower, a little bit quicker, whatever you like. Alright. The next exercise we're going to do are seated leg extensions. So you're sitting in your chair or on your couch or wherever you're sitting. Your posture is good. You're nice and straight. One leg stays bent at a right angle. The other leg is coming up for an extension. I'm going to do about 15 on each side. Instead of alternating them, I'm going to do one side first and then the other one. You can tap on the way down. So you're just extending, hinging right at the knee. Sit nice and tall. All right, 5 more. We'll switch sides. Five more. Okay. The next exercise we're going to do is our hip abduction. So you're seated the exact same way. Posture is nice and tall. Your legs are going to be bent at a 90-degree angle, just like this. Feet are flat on the floor. We're taking one leg at a time, same thing, 15 per side, except we are sort of going to swivel our hip outwards. So abduction is the movement away from your body. So we're keeping our legs at that 90-degree angle, and we're just stepping. Let me move the camera a little bit. We're just stepping to the side, sort of like in like a half circle motion, and you're rotating here at your hip. We're going to do 15. That's 3. 12. 3 more. And switch sides. we have calf raises. Your toes are going to stay on the ground and you're going to be lifting your heels. They're called calf raises. Really, your toes are raising, but it will work out your calf muscle. I'm going to move the camera a little bit so that you can see the motion. Your calves are coming up on your toes. Yep. And so you're working this muscle. We'll do that for about a minute. And you can do this nice and slow. Just make sure you're getting as high as you can off those heels. You can do this standing as well, but it's kind of nice when you can do sitting down. You can do this if you're just sitting down and watching TV or something. But you want to make sure your posture is still nice and straight. You're sitting up tall. You can start to feel it after like 10 or 20 seconds. You can really feel your calf muscles now. All right, very good, everyone. Next, we're going to do some seated trunk twists. So we're sitting in our seat. Our lower half of our body is staying in place, exactly where it is. Your feet are flat on the floor. Toes are pointed forward. And we're just going to be twisting the upper half. So right here at the midsection, we're twisting. We're going to go side to side. So for your warm-up, you might want to sort of you can do an exercise like this too. Kind of loosen up these muscles. And then for a cool down, what you might want to do when you cool down after this video is you might want to do a stretch where you just hold it up, twisting to one side. I know some of you have been on the virtual in shape exercise class, and this is a cool down stretch we do, just holding it one side. But this is sort of the twist movement. We're going to move now to upper body and arms. This is where if you want to grab your weights, you can. You certainly don't need to. We're going to do single arm presses. It's going to be a pretty decent reach as much as your arms and elbows will allow. We're pressing to one side. And do 15 on each side if you want to hold your weight, or a water bottle or a soup can. You can do that. You kind of want to get like a good little arch here. You're still stretching out this area while you're working out your arms and upper back at the same time. We'll switch sides. All right. Keeping up with our upper body, our arms, we're going to do a combination move. It'll be a curl and a press. So arms are straight down to your sides. We're curling. You can have weights if you want, and we're pressing back to center and release. Just repeating this motion. So again, it's a curl, press, back to center and release. Curl, press, center, release. So we're working on our shoulder mobility also. Takes a little coordination, and once you get the hang of it, it'll be really easy to just keep repeating. But again, nice and tall. You keep your core muscles engaged this whole time. Just because you're sitting doesn't mean that you can't have a great workout. All right. Really good work, everyone. The next one we have is going to be our rows, our seated rows. So we're sitting, you're leaning a little bit forward in your seat. Your arms are beginning a little bit in front of you, hanging lower. I would say maybe like a 45-degree angle or so. And we're pulling back. Your elbows are going to go straight back behind you. They're not going to flare out like that. So again, your back is straight. You're leaning forward a little bit. And you're just rowing. You're just pulling back at your shoulders, and that's where the motion is. Your elbows are bending, going straight back. Squeeze your shoulder blades as you bring your arms back. This is a good one to do with weights if you can, but you don't need to. All right, really good. We go into our arm circles next. About probably the size of like a basketball is good. If you really want to challenge yourself, make them larger, maybe like a hula hoop size. But I always say like a basketball size is probably a good way to go. So we're starting in one direction, and then we're going to move to the other direction. Maybe you want to like time yourself where you're doing this for about a minute, about 30 seconds in each direction. This is always a really good exercise to end on because it's very tiring for your arms. It doesn't seem like it's all that challenging, but definitely after you do it for a while, you'll feel it. That's our seated exercise circuit for today. If you want to go through it twice, you can, or 3 times like we do on the InShape virtual classes. But always remember to warm up and then do the video and then cool down. And keep your water nearby because even though you're sitting, you're still having a full body workout. But really good work, everyone, and see you soon. Thank you.